Good evening. Welcome to another video. Today I am starting Camp Spoopathon, and it's late. It's Monday, August 1st, and it is 9 o'clock at night. I have been doing a lot of stuff today, but I haven't really done any of my Spoopathon reading at all, so I'm gonna start doing that now. I have two books that I want to read. One book, Camp So-and-So by Mary McCoy. This book covers all of the prompts for Camp Spoopathon. This will be the one that I'm focusing on. It will be the one that will get me through camp the fastest, making sure that I finish the TBR. However, if I finish that one, which I'm suspecting that I will, I got a book from the library called The Summer We Forgot. This is a brand new, as far as I know, YA thriller. I know nothing about it. It came out, published 2022. It doesn't say the month, but I'm pretty sure it just came out. So I am going to be reading this as well. We'll see if it's any good. I haven't heard anything about it yet, and I have not even read the blurb, so I'm just going to jump in at blind. But I will be starting with my book, Camp So-and-So, which is essentially a bunch of people get lured into this camp, and then they have a set of trials that they need to overcome in order to survive and make it to the end of the camp, which is exactly the premise of Camp Spoopathon. So I thought it was perfect. I'm super excited for this, and I am going to jump right in. I'll let you know what my thoughts are as I'm reading it. So I'm already kind of confused because the premise of this story is that they're lured into this campground under the false pretenses of it being a very lovely kind of campground where no one has ever been before, as far as I could tell. Literally, the end of the prologue says if they had followed the directions in the brochure to visit the camp for themselves, they would have discovered that there was no such town and no such mountain, and that no one within a 50-mile radius had ever heard of Camp So-and-So. But the beginning of this one, there's a character named Katie who has apparently been there the year before, so now I'm really confused. I have finished Act 1 in Camp So-and-So. The whole thing is told by a narrator who is kind of creepy. He curated them specifically for this camp. He follows them. He apparently reads their journals. But he's got a very dark kind of sense of humor, and so it's really entertaining to read him or her, or they, narrate the story and what's happening and what's going on in all of the campers' heads. So far, we have had one murder already, and all of them have been like set forth on their different paths and the things that they need to do in order to get through camp. And so far, it's really good. I'm really intrigued. The writing style is really, really good. It's kind of broken up into lots of different styles. There's emails, there's the narrator, there's side notes from the narrator, and then there's the different points of view of the characters in the story. The pacing is really good. The characters are all really interesting. There's a really diverse set of characters. We have some black characters, we have a gay character, we have all girls, all different kinds of representations of girls, because it's an all-girls camp. Yeah, so far so good. I'm on page 65 and starting Act 2. I feel like a hobo. My hair's a mess. I haven't showered yet, and I'm getting ready to go to do my laundry. And I don't see any point in showering because I'm just gonna get hot and sweaty and gross at the laundromat when I go. So, but then I have to wait to go until after I have my tutoring appointment. So I'm gonna be tutoring a little kid and then going and doing my laundry, and then coming back and doing some cleaning around my house. But right now, I am on sprints, the introducing Camp Spoopathon sprints, and I am trying to get through some more of Camp So-and-So. I haven't started reading yet. I'm going to sit down and read for a little bit while I'm waiting to go do my tutoring. And so far, like I said yesterday, I'm really loving it. I had a really hard time putting it down last night. I wanted to keep reading it and stay up all night, but I didn't because I knew I had to do things today and be productive. So I got up this morning to the lovely sound of my downstairs neighbors screaming at each other again. And then I made myself breakfast. And now I'm trying to cool down because I lugged all of my laundry downstairs to my car and just about died because it's still 98 degrees or something out there, which is better than 108, but not by much, and I still feel gross. I honestly hate summer, and I feel like, a spider's crawling on my foot. Ugh. This is why I need to clean my apartment. As you can tell, I'm feeling kind of meh today. But I'm going to be productive. I'm going to get some reading done. And we're going to turn it around. It is the end of day 2 of Camp Spoopathon, and I have finished Camp So-and-So. This took me way less time than I was expecting. It was so fast-paced. Oh my gosh. I flew through it. I definitely enjoyed the first half of it better than the second half, but it was still very entertaining, very interesting, kept me pretty much captivated towards the end. Like I said, the end was maybe not as exciting as the beginning. I thought that the way that everything was wrapped up was a little bit odd. The whole book was pretty strange, but the ending was especially strange and kind of confusing. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I think that it's a great summertime, kind of weird, spooky, fast-paced read. It's interesting. I liked it. I'm going to give it probably 3 stars. I did realize, though, while I was reading it, that I did not cover all of the prompts for Camp Spoopathon because you need to be reading a ghostly book, and there are no ghosts in this book. And then the other book that I picked up for this week was a brand new book that came out. I showed you at the beginning, The Summer We Forgot, and this is also not a ghost book. It is one of those books where, they're kids and someone dies and then they can't really remember what happened, and there's secrets and stuff. So I need to figure out what I'm going to read. I think I have a middle grade book that might work. Hang on. I have The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane, which I bought last year, waiting for a spooky time to read it. But this doesn't look like it's ghostly either. I think it's more like a conspiracy theory type thing where someone disappeared and she thinks that somebody's behind it. Not ghostly. Is it time? Has the time come? I feel like this is kind of like haunted house vibes, possibly leading you to maybe think that there's something going on, some sort of evil spirit living in this house behind a door. I think it might be time. It's completely beautiful. I've been wanting to read this for a long time now. I've been putting it off because I wanted to do it for a specific vlog. But it might be the only thing I have right now that fits the Spoopathon prompt that I need. I don't know what to do. I looked at Scribd, And they do have the 12 Nights at Rotter House, which is like classic haunted house story too. And it's an audiobook. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finally read Gallant. It's gonna happen. I've made my decision. This is what I'm gonna start next.
Child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. Your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should.
Say hi to the vlog.
Didn't seem to do you any good.
Hey friends, I'm here with a final update on my camp Spoopathon. It is Thursday and it goes until Sunday, but I've finished the camp. I've done all of the prompts. And I read 2 books. I read Camp So-and-So, which I talked about last time. And then I did start Gallant and finished it today. I started it a few hours ago and just finished it. I literally just sat and read it in one sitting. I loved this. I really, really did. I loved the point of view of the main character. She is mute and struggles to communicate, and the frustration in not being able to communicate and express herself really shone through in the pages and really added an extra dimension to this story. But this story was spooky. It was weird. The atmosphere was amazing. I loved the writing. V.E. Schwab is an excellent writer. She's so good at creating a world and creating characters and creating something that has this like really rich, deep atmosphere that just like sinks its teeth into you and doesn't let go. Like, I resurfaced from this book and I was like, okay, what do I do now? It was really surreal and really, really, really good. I'm not going to give too much details about it, but just know that it's really well written, really eerie, really atmospheric, really, really good. So that brings me to the end of my Camp Spoopathon TBR. I have a couple of other things that I want to read this weekend, things that I am going to be completing for the final book support group, which I will be doing like a 48-hour vlog for that 48-hour readathon. I'm excited about that. But that brings me to an end of Camp Spoopathon. I hope that you guys also enjoyed your week. Let me know down below if you participated in Camp Spoopathon and what books you read. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. And I will see you this weekend in the next video. Take care.